Welcome to the show. I'm Ryan Gomez.
I'm his dad.
That's probably not true, but we are looking at the things that we learned from the top sellers from Eternal Masters. So Eternal Masters is kind of a unique part of the Magic lineup for 2016.
Bit of a grab bag.
Yeah, it's got some great reprints in there, a lot of things that appeal to casual players. There's some things you can use in the various formats like Commander or Pauper, things like that, but also some real goodies if you're into Legacy, Vintage, things of that sort.
Another set in the kind of Eternal line where they're made to get cards into circulation that are worth a lot of money. So the packs are marked up a little more, the sealed products a little more, but what you get is cool cards, and you get a limited experience that they craft like perfectly because they don't have to play in Modern or Standard. So the limited experience is really cool. Eternal Masters is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, set to draft.
Sure. So let's jump in and take a look at some of the top-selling cards for this set, right?
Woo!
So coming in at number 10 was Swords to Plowshares.
The original broken as heck removal card.
Yes, it doesn't get any more efficient than that.
No, they gain life, but who cares? Yeah. It's just so efficient and it's so great, and if you get to Snapcast or Mage it back, that's all the better.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, so this next chunk kind of covers some casual favorites.
Yep.
What's in here, Joe?
So we've got Mog War Marshal, we've got Nature's Claim, and we've got Rancor. Rancor card I played a lot in the 90s and continue to enjoy to this day in Pauper.
Yes, a lot of power crammed onto just a single mana enchantment. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, talk to me about Dredge staples.
Okay, so we've got Faithless Looting and we've got Cabal Therapy. Cabal Therapy, more of a legacy vintage Dredge staple, but Faithless Looting is really good because it just gets the train rolling right away. And it gives you some place to put your excess mana on future turns. That's more of a modern Dredge staple, but both cards really great, and this set makes them really available. So Faithless Looting is a card from Dark Ascension, so it's been a while. Sure. In other words, Cabal Therapy, it was in the Graveborn dual deck, and or in the premium deck, I'm sorry, and it was also in Judgment. So it's been a while for those two cards, and Eternal Masters gives them a spot to shine again.
I like it. All right, these top 4 selling cards I think are all worth kind of a little deep dive. Let's look at Chain Lightning at number 4.
The best. This card is a common.
It is.
It's not a common in this set, but it was a common in Legends, and this card's busted. This card's out of control.
It is. And the demand for it's really there, especially in Pauper. It sees a lot of play. The thing is, though, everyone seems to have them in different languages because it's really hard to find one in English that isn't priced out of this world.
Yeah, so the Legends ones, what happened is the Italian versions are actually cheaper than the English ones.
That's right.
So weird.
You can find them both on TCGplayer. So
Woo!
check that out. All right, number 3, Paragon Drake.
So I've been listening, Mark Rosewater, the head of Magic Design, I've been listening to his podcast, in particular the episodes about the designs of the Urza Saga block, which is where Paragon Drake comes from originally, which was originally uncommon. So what happened with the free mechanic is that it's a really broken mechanic, and one of the reasons it's broken, as Mark kind of intonates, is that if you add mana to it, it gets better, not worse. So they made Paragon Drake a common right after they banned Cloud of Fairies, because they thought making the card more expensive was going to make it a little more palatable, and that wasn't the case. The free mechanic is really, really busted.
Yeah, so it explains why this is one of our top sellers. When it was printed as a common here, Pauper flocked right to it as a replacement for Cloud of Fairies. It did virtually nothing to slow that deck down, and that's another video for another time.
Number 2 seller in this set was Bloodbraid Elf. You could probably also lump that in with the more casual cards. Sees fringe play in Legacy, but it's banned in Modern. So really it's only casual players, maybe the Commander crowd, getting their Cascade on.
I like it. All right, the number 1 bestseller out of Eternal Masters, probably one of the top 10 greatest Magic cards of all time.
Oh, sure.
Outside Power 9 type stuff here, right? But this is, iconic.
It's a classic.
Counterspell.
They put this in core sets for a very long time before realizing that Counterspell is just too good.
It is.
7th edition is the last kind of standard legal set that Counterspell was printed in, and for good reason. It's not fair. It's not fair. It doesn't really lead to fun gameplay.
True.
It's too efficient. It's too good. A lot like the rest of the cards on the list.
Absolutely. It's another common as well for Pauper's sake, which defines a big chunk of that format too. So I like this printing of it. You can get it in foil or pick up a play set to round out your decks. A lot of awesome stuff in Eternal Masters.
Totally.
Overall. Yeah. All right, let us know in the comments what your favorite cards out of here were. If you're surprised by the top sellers, I know I'm not. I figured Counterspell would be up there, Rancor for sure.
Chain of Lightning,
Chain of Lightning, a lot of good stuff. After you're done, letting us know what you think. Hop on over to magic.tcgplayer.com.
At magic.tcgplayer.com, we've got articles by the pros coming out every day, and we'll have them all this week, so don't even worry about the holidays. Maybe you're worried you're not going to get the content. You are going to get that good stuff. And we're still selling cards. We're selling cards every day. We've got a buy list. We're buying your cards. It's good. It's all good. Just check us out.
Check us out. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, Internet.